Good morning, students. Today we are going to start with a new chapter. We had discussed it before also. It is tissue. Chapter number 6. It is tissue. Okay. Now, tissue is a group of cells which is seen functioning together. Okay. Group of cells which combine together and function together. The structural and functional similarities are there. The similar cells which combine together and form a tissue. Okay. Now they form similar as well as different functions. Okay. Now as we know that we are studying about the living organisms. So living organisms are of two types. One is the plants, another one is the animals. Okay. Now we have to see from which tissue all these two different organisms like plants and animals are made up of. Okay. Now you had seen that plant's body is harder in structure as compared to the animal's body because they have to live in the environmental conditions. Okay. So they are made up of different tissues and animals are made up of different tissue. Okay. Now today we are going to start with our new topic which is called as plant tissue. Now as you can see in the diagram here, a plant tissue is mainly divided into three types. The first one is meristematic tissue, which is it is again divided into three types: apical meristematic, intercalary meristematic, and the lateral meristematic tissue. Okay. Now a plant tissue can be of two types. One is the meristematic tissue, another one is the permanent tissue. Meristematic tissue and permanent tissue. Now meristematic tissues are also known as simple tissues. Okay. They are made up of a single type of cells. Now meristematic tissues are found mainly in the growing region of the plants. Okay. Why growing region? Because meristematic tissues are having the high capacity to multiply. Okay. They multiply very fast, or they divide, means their number increases very fast. Okay. Now meristematic tissue, which is of three types, is known as apical meristematic tissue, intercalary meristematic tissue, and the lateral meristematic tissue. Just now I told you that these meristematic tissues are present in the growing region of the plants. Okay. Now apical meristematic is responsible for the growth of the tip. Okay, growth of the tip. Next, intercalary is found between the two internodes, and as the name says, lateral meristematic tissue. Lateral meristematic tissue helps in the growth of the width, of the plant. This is known as lateral meristematic tissue, width or the girth of the plant. Okay. Now, apical meristematic tissues are mainly found in the root and shoot tip of the plant, root as well as the shoot tip of the plants. Meristematic tissues are present between the two nodes. Now, nodes means the place from where a leaf or the branches grow. Okay. So, intercalary meristematic tissue helps in the growth of the length of the plant, and lateral meristematic tissue helps in the growth of girth or the width. Okay, it increases the size of the stem. Okay, size of the stem or the size of the cambium. Okay. Now we are having the next tissue is known as permanent tissue. Okay. See, permanent tissues are of two types: simple permanent tissue and the complex permanent tissue. Simple permanent tissue and complex permanent tissue. See, first we'll see the difference between the meristematic tissue and the permanent tissue. Now meristematic tissues are in the growth region, means they used to divide very fast. Okay, they are active, very active tissues. Okay, they have dense cytoplasma, thin cellulose wall and prominent nuclei. They don't have vacuoles, they cannot store the food. Okay, why? Because all the food is being utilized. Young kids, they don't know the storage function. Okay, the same as meristematic tissues, we can termed it as young tissues of the plant which grow and develop. So they utilize all the energy. Now permanent tissues. Permanent tissues, when they take up their specific role, means their function is permanent. All the cells are grown properly and their function is permanent, means these tissues, as the name says, they have taken permanent shape, size and function. Okay, now permanent tissues are mainly of two types. Here you can see this is a diagram. It is a section of stem which is telling us about the some of the permanent tissue. Okay, now this is vascular bundle. Vascular bundle contains xylem as well as phloem. Epidermis is there, outermost covering, collenchyma and parenchyma. So we can say that simple permanent tissues are of three types. It is parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. Okay, parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. You have to remember the names: parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. SCLEREN, sclerenchyma, CHYMA. So simple permanent tissues, first one is parenchyma. Now parenchyma are the green tissues of the plant. Okay, green tissues of the plant. Now it mainly helps in the process of photosynthesis, as the name says, parenchyma. These parenchyma cells are loosely arranged. They are loosely arranged. And these parenchyma cells are of two types. One is collenchyma, another one is arenchyma. Collenchyma and arenchyma. Sclerenchyma are the tissues which contains chlorophyll. Okay, and the part which contains chlorophyll will be helpful in the process of photosynthesis. Okay, helpful in the process of photosynthesis. So sclerenchyma contains the green pigment chlorophyll, which helps in the formation of process of photosynthesis. Whereas another one is the arenchyma. Arenchyma is the plant tissue which are having air sacs in between, air sac in between, which helps in floating in the water. These are mainly found in aquatic plants. So aquatic plants contains arenchyma. Arenchyma, these cells provides buoyancy to the leaves so that it can float on the surface of the water. Okay, now second type of tissue is the collenchyma. Okay, it is collenchyma. It allow bending of various parts of the plant like tendrils and stem of climbers without breaking. So it provides flexibility to the plants. Collenchyma tissues provides flexibility to the plants. Okay, it provides mechanical support. Its tissues are compactly arranged. Okay, compactly arranged. They are irregularly thickened at the corners and there is very little intercellular space between them. See, you can see in the diagram, first one is the parenchyma A. There is intercellular space in between. You can see the intercellular space. See, parenchyma arrangement is like a we can say carom board. When we put the disc on the carom board, then there is space between them. They all are oval in shape, so oval things, when we arrange, there is a triangular space present in between them. That is known as intercellular space. Okay. Now next one is the collenchyma. Collenchyma is having a wall thickening. Okay, thick walls at the corners. Nucleus is there. Vacuoles are found in it, whereas parenchyma do not have vacuoles. Collenchyma is having vacuoles. What is the function of vacuole? The function of vacuole is to store the food particles. Okay, and it contains cell wall also. Cell wall is made up of chitin. And the C next diagram is the sclerenchyma. Okay. Sclerenchyma, we can see two sections. One is the transverse, another one is longitudinal. Now, collenchyma provides mechanical strength to the plant. Provides mechanical strength, whereas sclerenchyma is protective in nature. It is protective in nature. It protects the plant from getting destroyed. So the common name of sclerenchyma is the bark of the tree. Bark of the tree. Okay. We have seen the husk of coconut is made up of sclerenchyma only. Husk of coconut is made up of sclerenchyma. Okay. Now we are going to see the complex permanent tissues. Okay, complex permanent tissues. Complex permanent tissues are the tissues which are made up of two or more than two cells. Okay, two or more than two cells. Okay. Now we are having two types of complex permanent tissue. One is the xylem, another one is the phloem. Xylem and phloem are the two different complex permanent tissues. Okay. Now these two are xylem and phloem are also known as vascular bundles. These are also known as vascular bundles. Now we are having xylem and phloem. Xylem is used for transportation of water and minerals. Okay, water and minerals are transported with the help of root stem. Its flow is known as unidirectional flow. Its flow is known as unidirectional flow. Why unidirectional? Because water is transported from lower part, means from the roots to the leaves. Water is transported from the roots to the leaves. Okay. Now we can see that xylem is divided into four different parts: tracheids, vessels, xylem parenchyma and xylem fibers. Okay, tracheids, vessels, xylem parenchyma and xylem fibers. We have to remember the names. We have to remember the names of parts of the xylem. Here, xylem consists of tracheids, vessels, xylem parenchyma and xylem fibers. Now, tracheids and vessels have thick walls and they are made up of dead cells when mature. Tracheid vessels are tubular structure. Tracheid vessels helps in transportation of water and minerals vertically upward, and the parenchyma tissues, they can store food, whereas xylem fibers are mainly supported in functions. Next one is phloem. Now phloem is made up of 5 different types of cells. Sieve cells, sieve tubes, companion cells, phloem fiber and phloem parenchyma. Okay, so phloem is made up of 5 main types of cells. These are sieve cells, sieve tubes, companion cells, phloem fibers and phloem parenchyma. The main function of phloem is to transport food. Okay, and food is prepared in the leaves. Okay, the food is transported to each and every part of the plant. It is known as bidirectional flow. Now you can see the structure of a small section of phloem. Here we are having sieve plates, sieve tubes, phloem parenchyma and companion cells. Okay, these all together combine and makes the phloem tissue. Okay, I hope you people had understood what we had studied right now. See students, you have to draw these diagrams in your copy and you have to remember the function. You have to learn the function of the tissues, each and every part of the tissue. And in our next live class, I am going to take a small question answer session. Okay, so kindly be prepared. Till then, goodbye. Study well. Okay, students, in our next live class, I am going to start the animal tissue. Till then, goodbye, take care, stay home.